I don't know what are my future plans. I have a lot of imposter syndrome, but I'm improving as an attorney, and I'm doing very much better as becoming an attorney, and I have so much exposure to different things, and I love it. And mental health, anxieties, I didn't speak because of the uncertainties. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And yeah, I didn't want to waltz back in and act like I've not been away for a month. So hi. Okay, so the reason why I'm saying I don't want to waltz back in, I have content planned for the rest of the month and videos to follow, but I wanted to start with this one and give you guys a life update. What has been happening in my life, what has been happening. Like, I think I've only done a life update in Jan, and I did a Q&A some time ago. So let's do a life update. How is everything? How is being a candidate attorney been treating me in the last lap of the year? So let's get into it. I've been really tired. Tired is actually an understatement. I feel drained. I think that's why I've even been away. So tired from this whole year. It's dragging, though it's fast, it's also dragging. Like, there are a lot of things that are dragging. Like, this year has been dragging, pushing out content and then not getting the results that you thought. All of that is like giving me fatigue. So that's why I've been out. I'm tired, I'm demotivated, but I'm here right now, which is good, because I'm trying to fight off that fatigue. Like, I'm really giving it my best, because honestly, at some point I was just done with everything, not just YouTube, but at least I've been posting on my WordPress, my blog. I'll link it down below. Then more than I used to, because writing is like, doesn't require face or anything. So that's why I've been doing that more than I'm doing YouTube and Instagram. But yes, we're back and we are live. That's good. So, mental health. Yeah. Sorry, before I get into mental health and how it's going, I need to put it out there, put a disclaimer that if you are triggered about mental health, now is the right time to click out of the video and you'll watch the next one. Anyways, my anxiety is at its peak. I freak out about everything and anything. Been having trouble sleeping and oversleeping, and not just anxiety but depression as well, because those are the other things that have been happening in my life, because I've been diagnosed like 2 years ago, not two, when was it? 3 years ago, with anxiety and depression. I now know where I am and how I feel each time. So that's what's been happening. I'd see myself and be like, okay, we're really at a rough place, because I've started being aggressive, not just to myself, but I'd sabotage stuff like dragging going to work and doing work, dragging being nice to people, dragging, like, not being nice to my partner, not being nice to my family, because I just want everything done. I've been tired, and that's what depression does, and that's what has been happening. But now that we are here, I'm trying to deal with it better. What have I've been doing? I've been reading more, and I've been at a surrendering place. You know, the place of breathing. Like, I think especially this week, yeah, my boyfriend went away for 2 days, and I think that also brought me back. I needed to breathe. I think one of the ways to deal with anxiety is to find a time and a space for you to breathe. I needed that. I honestly felt suffocated lying at home, suffocated at work. I'm also not at work because of PLT, the compulsory PLT that's happening with the candidate attorneys right now. So that also became a breather, like things that trigger the anxiety and the depression. I've taken a break from them, which is nice in a sense that those are ways that I've been dealing with it. And then I'm coming back to self in order for me to run the rest of the year and to run the rest of my articles. Yes, I have good news. My articles end in about 100 days. Yes, we're counting. My articles end in about 3 months, and in the last whole year, I've grown so much. I think that those are other things that I didn't speak about. I've grown so much in my being a lawyer and becoming a lawyer. I've done so many draftings that are different. I've done so many things, and I'm proud of myself. So that's how I also deal with depression. Go back to pockets of things that I'm proud of. I'm really proud of what I'm becoming in my career, and growing into it is amazing. And what else have I been doing? Okay, when it comes to dealing with the family and everyone, and family and my partner especially, because I look at myself and how I react and speak in some days, and I'm like, okay, you're not in the right place. Like, you need to go back to yourself. So things that help me are meditating, praying, reading, listening to podcasts, especially Brene Brown, Dr. Brene Brown. Those are people that I listen to. Oprah always has a nice guest there. Bumile Dwaba. I'm also getting back into reading because I did my boards, which were horrible. Like, I need to take a moment and speak about that. Boards were insane. I don't want to lie, and I don't want to think about them. I'll cross that bridge when results come back, and I'll be like, but it was bad, hoping for the best, because I really want to be done with articles at this point. Like, 2 years is a long time. Another thing that I would recommend, like free advice moment, go and do your PLT for 6 months if you are able to. I was not, I didn't have the 17K. If you can, go and do your PLT, full-time PLT, and then do articles for 1 year and be done with them. But again, if you do it longer, you get to be exposed to more things. Because my first year, I didn't know what I was doing. Then this year, being the second year of articles, I'm doing much better and doing more things, and even my principal is now more comfortable with me doing work alone. So there's the pros and the cons of everything, but it's a lot to be doing for 2 years. Anyways, what is work? I think my next point, I've touched a bit on how is work. Work is fine, but the one thing that I've been feeling, I think it's the anxiety. I've been feeling a lot of imposter syndrome, like imposter syndrome. I'm really good at what I do. That I think I give myself that. But in me being good, I doubt myself so much that I feel like when you get a bad instruction, even though I know it's a bad instruction, and everyone knows it's a bad instruction, you're most likely not going to succeed with it. For me, it's like, oh my God, I actually am not worth even being an attorney. I need to deal with that, the imposter syndrome that comes with that. At least I think the first step is acknowledging that I have that, because with that, I'm doubting myself so much, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't think I'm actually worth this. Whereas I'm actually very much worth it. I'm actually doing very well, and I'm going to be a great attorney when I get admitted. And I'm doing very well as a candidate attorney right now. And next year, I'm definitely getting admitted because I'm good at this and I love this. And yeah, this video is all over the place. I need to mention that another thing that I do for the anxiety, is speak positive affirmations to myself. I did speak about that, giving grace in the morning, giving grace every day. Besides showing grace and being grateful, I now speak life into myself as well. Because the fact that I suffer from anxiety does not mean that I'm just gonna be an anxious and depressed person. I'm not. Those are things that affect me, but I'm not that, okay? And then finally, what are my future plans? Questions that I've been getting and I have no answer for. I have no answer for what I want to do with my career. I do have answers, but all of the answers, it goes back to this thing of imposter syndrome. All of the answers seem so big and scary that I'm like, I think I'm over dreaming, but like, I know that I deserve these things. So question is, are you staying in practice? If you are staying in practice, are you going to practice on your own account, or you're going to stay with your principal or find a job? Are you going to be a non-practicing attorney? Well, in an ideal world, I'll be going into my own practice as soon as I finish my articles, as soon as I get admitted. I'd honestly be practicing on my own account. But reality is that you need capital to do that. So if I don't have capital for that, you won't find me practicing under somebody else for some time, because I really enjoy practice. As a non-practicing attorney, if I could get a job, that's where I'm trying to get to. Guti, like ideally to get a job and do that for a year or two, raise capital to open my own practice, because I don't think I'd enjoy staying in practice and working for another person unless it's a big organization. Then I'd continue enjoying practice. I think I'd enjoy that. So I'm basically uncertain about what I want to do. That's the answer. That's it. That's the tea. I'm very, very uncertain about what is it that I'll be doing post-admission. And the uncertainty, I don't want to lie, is actually giving me anxiety. I am anxious about what is it that I'll be doing, and I question a lot of things, but at this point, we plan and then we trust God's grace. And at this point, the one thing that I should be worried about, not even worried about, but working towards, is finishing articles with grace and getting admitted, and thereafter I'll deal with the rest of everything. So yes, guys, that's it. That's the life update. I don't know what are my future plans. I have a lot of imposter syndrome, but I'm improving as an attorney, and I'm doing very much better as becoming an attorney, and I have so much exposure to different things, and I love it. And mental health, anxieties, I didn't speak because of the uncertainties. And yeah, the reason why I've been away is because I am really tired. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you on my next one. Bye.